Obviously, not the outcome that we were looking for. Some moments where we really played well, played to our ability, played and showed the things that we are capable of. Proud of the way that our team has competed through our non-conference schedule. Obviously, some things that we need to grow from, learn from,
a high level of training and skills,
where we can be
and
better.
backed by
Eager
outstanding
to
products.
watch the tape, take a deeper dive into what's going on and where we can make improvements across the board as a staff, so we can get our kids in the best position to be successful as we move forward into conference play, and eager to defend Dick Stadium a week from today.
All right, let's open up for questions. Let's start with Patrick Stevens from the AP. Do you have any questions for Coach or KJ Sherald?
Sure, Coach. Just wanted to ask a bit about the issues getting into the red zone. You guys obviously moved the ball pretty well throughout the day, but it seemed like you had trouble being able to convert those into touchdowns for a good chunk of the day, particularly the 2 penalties. What's kind of your take on that issue?
Yeah, obviously self-inflicted wounds and myself getting the kids in a better position to be successful, taking a deeper dive into our red zone efficiency, the number of trips that we had, and for the number of times that we got into the end zone, that's not where we want to be. That's not to our standards. So I got to look inward first and foremost and make sure I'm putting our kids in our best position so they can match to their strengths and execute to the best of their ability.
Patrick, do you have any follow-ups for Coach?
Just wanted to specifically ask about how much you feel like the 2 penalties that cost you touchdowns hurt there for you in the first.
Anytime that you have self-inflicted wounds that take points off the board, that's obviously an impact, and those are big swing momentum plays. So we got to do a great job being so good that those calls don't come up, and because we execute and we're able to do things at a very high level, I know our kids are capable of doing that and be so good that the refs don't matter.
Thank you so much.
Patrick, any further follow-ups for Coach or KJ?
That's it. I appreciate it.
No problem. Let's turn things over to Alan Maul from the Record Courier. Any questions for Coach or KJ?
Yeah, Coach, just talk about their quarterback and what he was able to do today.
I mean, good player, obviously very efficient, 31 for 41, 384 yards, 3 touchdowns. Knew that we were going to have our hands full. They kind of force you to decide, how you're going to play them and what you're going to take away. I thought our kids did a good job competing and straining. They were able to, spread us out and get some plays. He had a very efficient day.
What kind of was the plan coming in? Obviously he's a tough guy to contain. He can do a lot of things. What was kind of the strategy? What were you trying to take away and trying to give up?
Trying to take away first downs, trying to stop them from getting out of the end zone, trying to disguise looks, dirty the picture. They did a good job recognizing some post-snap realities and did a good job finding the answers. Kids did a good job making plays. We got to do a better job putting together a plan, starting with myself, making sure that we are, taking away the main thing.
KJ, from your perspective, what was it like to try to stop those guys today?
I mean, they did a good job scheming us up. It was good. We tried to hold that shell. The quarterback was doing a good job of IDing it, making plays, rolling out, making plays. So it was really on us. It's not about them. It's about us executing our plays that we get.
You guys been generating turnovers, still did that today. KJ, you had a couple today. Just talk about, I know that was emphasized and something you guys have been able to carry into the season very consistently now so far.
Yeah, that's what we enforce on defense. Takeaways. We try to get like at least 3 a game. We didn't do that. We only got 2. So we still got work to do.
Just for either one of you, this is the 3rd team in a month unbeaten. Obviously these guys are good. All about that. I'm just kind of talk about, you're in the 4th quarter, you're down, and you're still trying to do things. Obviously that's something you guys pride yourself on, and I thought you really you showed that. Just keep fighting like you guys always talk about.
That's who we are. That's who this family is. We're never going to lay down. We're never going to give in. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to compete. Character of these young men, the character of the people in our Flash Fast family. We're resilient. It's a high standard that we keep. So there is no choice when it comes to that. We're going to fight to the very, very end. I'm really pleased with the way that our kids fought all through this non-conference schedule. And now we get to turn the page. We get into MAC play. We got a very good Bowling Green team coming into our house that we need to prepare for the right way. And again, I know we're going to do that because of who we are and the character that we've revealed and we've showed ourselves to be. The outcomes are not what we want. And we just talked about that in the locker room, that these obviously aren't the outcomes. This isn't the position that we want to be sitting in, but we can't control outcomes. We can control how we respond. We can control our work ethic. We control our preparation. We control how we carry ourselves. And our kids are going to walk out here with their heads held high, know that they fought to the end because that's who we are. And the circumstances and the situation doesn't dictate how we respond, who we are, or change our character of our Flash Fast family.
Coach, just talk about Dustin today and what he was able to do. He hit a lot of deep balls, but yet he was under some pressure again.
Yeah, I mean, when we were playing a good team with an aggressive front, that their answer was to outnumber us and play cover zero behind it. So we got to get the ball up and away, with timing and location. I thought at times he did that. He did a really nice job. He's a gritty kid, stood in there, never flinched, was able to stand in there, eat some jabs, but throw knockout punches as well downrange. Some big plays, some explosives, things that we've come accustomed to him seeing. It's great to continue to see our wide receivers develop, again, in very adverse situations, in very adverse conditions. That's only going to help us make us stronger, more resilient as we go into conference play.
Alan, any last questions for Coach or KJ?
Yeah, one more. Just the red zone. The field obviously gets shorter. You hit a lot of big strikes, but did it get tougher to do the things you wanted to do once the field got shorter? Once you were that close?
Obviously, an area of emphasis, an area that we need to be better. You lose the vertical component. We have to find ways to create stress and other ways to put our kids truly in the best positions to be successful. Myself, first and foremost, I didn't do a good enough job of that, putting our kids in the best position to be successful. I need to be better for our kids because they're more than capable of executing for 4 for 7 times in the red zone. I'll be better for our kids, and I know that they'll take the plan and they'll go execute the plan that I give them. That's on me. I'll be better, and we'll be cleaner as we move forward.
And just one more for KJ. Just how do you feel as a player after going through what you guys have gone through and the things you've been able to do but not win and that type of thing? What are you feeling right now?
I mean, it obviously hurts, but it's good to see the defense fight to the end, creating those takeaways at the end. Nico flying around, getting that ball out. It just shows we have a lot of heart, and it's good going into conference play.
All right, let's go next to Jack Burney from TV2. Do you have any questions for Coach or KJ?
Yeah, Coach. Dustin, 308 yards today. He had 151 yards to Dante. Dante Cephas looked really good on the field today. Just talk about how important that connection is going to be going into conference play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as many weapons as we can continue to develop, and the number of options that we have to distribute the football makes us harder to defend. So the growth and development of all the guys and Crum building a relationship through the work that they put in throughout the course of the week, to see that show up and our guys perform today is always great to see. And looking forward to continue to watch more guys continue to rise up through their training and make great plays as we go forward, as we work through the remainder of our schedule.
And just one more, Coach. Andrew Glass, 3 for 3 on field goals today in the first half. He looked good kicking out there. Just talk about a little bit about his progression today.
Yeah, again, I mean, big time kicks and big time moments. All it's going to do is give him confidence and show our team that we can trust him as we continue to go forward. It's great, see him step up in those roles to execute, the fake click and to do all the things that we're asking him to do as a kickoff specialist as well. He continues to make strides, and that's what these opportunities early in the season are about, to see who we are, see what we're about, see who continues to grow and develop, and he's one of those guys that's doing that.
And we'll wrap things up with James Oswald from the Kent Stater. Any questions for Coach or KJ?
Yeah, Coach, not a ton of success on third down this week. What kind of needs to go into that to clean that up and make sure you guys are getting first downs on there?
Yeah, I mean, again, need to look at myself first and foremost to make sure that the schemes that we're calling in those situations, are to the matchups and the coverages that we're going to see, not to our standard, not acceptable. I need to be better.
Two good special teams plays. They're weighted out by penalties, but the punt coverage and then on the fake. What can we see from your special teams going forward this season to see them make an impact on the game like that again?
It's always been a priority for us. The way that we've been able to turn the program started because of a huge special teams play with the surprise onside block kick all the way back in the Buffalo game. We put a ton of time in it. Our kids know that it's a priority. It's always going to be a part of our game and a phase of the game that we don't just participate in, but that we change the game with. Kids did that. They executed the plan perfectly, and we will continue to use that to our advantage as we go forward.
Last call for questions for either Coach or KJ.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll get ready for PG and see you on Monday for our weekly press conference, and then the start of MAC play next Saturday.
Thanks, guys. Go Flashes.
All right.